Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Deborah Carr. I am a USA Today bestselling author of historical fiction in that name. That actually is my name. I also write contemporary romance series as Georgina Troy and thrillers as Ella Drummond. If you've been here before, thank you very much for coming back. And do subscribe if you want to get a little alert to know when I have posted another video. So what I try to do is a new video once a week of about sort of 10 or so minutes and a short each week. For those of you who are already subscribed, you might have seen my short that I put up. It was actually 2 minutes long on Friday, I believe it was. And that was about Meta, so Mark Zuckerberg, one of his, that's Facebook, Threads, WhatsApp, using books from a piracy site, LibGen, to train their AI, their Meta AI. Now, the trouble with that is that, Meta is, I believe, a 1.47 trillion valued at $1,470. Is that what it is? $1.47 trillion is their value. Yet they have used stolen books. I believe it's something like 7.8 million stolen books from authors. That's an awful lot of books. My books, personally, I thought it was 13 books. I've now discovered that books from all three names that I write in, plus one translation, have actually been stolen. So that's 16 pieces of my creative work. That is 20 years of my work has been stolen by them. Now, for a company that is worth $1.47 trillion, to steal money from authors, whatever you may think, authors do not make lots of money. Some do. The vast majority of us do not. We are used to piracy sites. They're all over the place. And funny enough, LibGen, this piracy site, calls itself a library of free books. That is wrong for two reasons. One, a library buys the books that it lends out initially, so at least the author benefits. And two, a library also pays out PLR, which is public lending right money. Now, you won't get that if you're me or anyone else who lives in the Channel Islands or the Isle of Man for some reason, but because of our passports. I believe it's a tax thing, I'm not sure. But most people otherwise, most authors otherwise, can apply for PLR. And what that is that the libraries will pay, it's a very small amount, but it is something to authors for every book that they lend out. So libraries don't steal books, and libraries don't make authors go without. They actually share our books and they pay bits of money out to people. They get our books out there. They help authors. Libraries are a wonderful thing. So for LibGen to say they are a library, they're not. And I was surprised when I looked online. I don't know why I looked online, I should know better. And I was surprised by so many readers saying, oh, well, everybody deserves free books and things like that, which is fair enough, then go to a library. But the problem is with these piracy sites is authors don't benefit in any way at all. And if you already are struggling to make ends meet, the vast majority of people who write books also have full-time or part-time jobs. I did until 5 years ago, because you just can't afford to live on the money that you earn. So most of the time anyway, I obviously now can work full-time, but still, we get very small percentages most of the time for our books. So if I had to have that stolen, 20 years of work stolen by a company that's worth $1.47 trillion, it stings a bit, I have to say. Anyway, this morning, the Authors Guild of, I believe, America did a template letter for us all, which we've used. The Society of Authors in England are very, very helpful. They're very supportive for authors in the UK. If you're an author in the UK and you are not a member of the Society of Authors, do join, or look into joining maybe. And so I've had to write listing each of the books. So that's 3 emails because it's 3 names. So yeah, I've still got other things to do besides. But it's lovely to know we have support, and it's lovely to know that most readers buy books. I buy books. I wouldn't dream of going to a piracy site. And also, a lot of those sites actually advertise the books but don't have the books. You click on them. So I gather, because I've never actually used one myself, I've only seen them when I've seen my books on there. And they can, they have viruses, I believe, that can go, some of them have viruses that can mess up your own sites, your own laptops and your own stuff, which isn't fun for anyone. So that's what I've been doing this morning. I've also been doing, I met my aunt is over from France. So I went out with my mum, my godmother and my other aunt for brunch this morning at one of the garden centres nearby, which was lovely. But because it was foggy, I had my lights on. And obviously when I arrived, I collected my mum and took her. We were talking when we got out the car, so I obviously didn't hear the little bleeping thing that tells me I've left my lights on. Went in, had a lovely brunch, which was breakfast basically, and potted around the shops. I got some more dog food. I got this scarf actually, which I thought was quite nice. And came out, went to start my car, and the battery was flat. Oh, I'm so busy today. Never mind, because I've got another massive thing going on, which I can't talk about right now, but it's lots of phone calls, lots of emails, and lots going on. It's a busy, busy time. So thankfully my aunt was still there, and as she was sort of leaving, she gave us a lift to my mum's house, who then took me to my house, who then got the charger for my car, because I have another car that I use. It's 20-something years old. It's my husband's old runaround that I keep for the dogs to take them out for a walk, but sometimes it doesn't start, so I need a starter thing. Got that, back to the garden centre. Thankfully, living in Jersey, I'm talking about having to go backwards and forwards. It's a 6-minute journey, if that. It wasn't so bad. But when you're having to go home to answer phone calls and do emails, it's a bit annoying. So did that and started the car. So that, hence my coffee being already drunk, already empty. It's been a bit of a frustrating morning, but fun too. So I shouldn't really complain. But yes, so I'm not actually writing... I hope this week, because I've got so much on, as I said, lots of emails and things that are not writerly at all. I've also got a talk. I've got quite a big talk on Friday with the universe. I believe I could get this wrong. My brain is a bit whirring at the moment with everything. The University of the Third Age. I believe they have them in France too. I won't, not sections. I don't know, I can't think. So University of the Third Age. So I'm chatting to them about my Mrs. Boots series. So that should be interesting. That's on Friday, I think at about 2:30. No, yes, 2:30. That's right. So obviously I'm preparing slides for that and getting ready for that. So that'll be exciting. And various other things are happening this week. So yes, a lot happening. Most I can't talk about. I do apologise. But tiring, and it's all a bit of a whirl at the moment. But I sent off my structural aids, finally finished them and sent them off on Saturday. So that's a huge relief. Now I've got to wait and see what my editor thinks. So I'm hoping she likes them. To be honest, I should be writing another book, but I just need a few days just to catch up with all these other things. Because I can't even think straight. People ask me a question and I actually can't think of any answers, because I think my brain is so full. It's like a sponge that literally is now leaking water because it actually can't contain any more information. So yes, it's been a busy old time. But yeah, I will get on with that book soon. Very soon, because I need to deliver it. I do have to sort myself out. I've got far too much going on. Far too much. And clearly my poor brain can't keep up with it all. So, but it's all fine. It's all good. Anyway, I hope you're having a good week. I suppose I'd better go and take these dogs for a walk. It's a very misty, grey day here in Jersey today. But the sun's coming out, I believe, I hope, tomorrow, and it's going to get better for the next couple of weeks. So that's really good. But I'd better get on and catch up with all these other things I'm doing. I'm sorry this is not madly interesting. I will be going on with my Hollyhock 4 book. There's my notes in that. This is my Hollyhock Farm book series book. And on the 19th of April, I've got Love Blooms at Hollyhock Farm, which is the 3rd book in the series. So it's all very exciting. So thank you for joining me. Sorry for the waffle, and I hope you're having a wonderful day and wonderful rest of your week, because it is Monday. Lovely to chat to you again.